I will hold here as long as I can, Captain.
No, brother. Rejoin our forces and bring fury to the enemy. This battle is mine alone.
Yes, sir.
Hey there everybody, welcome back to the end of Space Marine. I'm still Nemeroth. Decided just to go ahead and do this final little bit by myself. And what better way to end the very long struggle than to going out with a very large bang. Thrust into the midst of a bunch of demon forces, we are now pretty far up the space needle, the spire if you will, strapped on with our jetpack, our jump pack if you will, clad with our thunder hammer, just raining down pain on any demon forces we might run into. Actually, a lot of these demon forces you can actually pretty much ignore, because due to the fact that, well, we have a jump pack and they don't, you can just pretty much jump over all of them as you make your way up the broken pieces of staircase and general archetype to get to the top. But what fun is that, especially when, you know, we honestly haven't seen the Thunder Hammer enough, and for some reason or another it seems kind of lackluster against the Bloodthirsters, and I don't really know why, but it does a good enough job, I suppose, and yeah, let's just keep moving. Now, the main thing, before you can actually move on, is that there are these little warp energy force fields blocking your progression, and the only way to get rid of them and to stop the demons from spawning out of them is to find the warp sorcerer. Now, you can actually jump over it, but there's actually an invisible wall there blocking your progression. I was actually a bit confused where the Chaos Sorcerer was at this point, and it's because he's on the other side of this barrier. There he is. Yeah, he's on the other side of the barrier. And thankfully, he is, well, kind of squishy because he's a magician. But with him dead, we can finish off these last few Bloodthirsters and just keep our going on the way we're going. Now, even though we are at the final parts of the game, there are still a few audio logs.
I've encountered unexpected results. Warp energies affected different species in different ways. Essentially, I can tune this weapon to cause maximum damage to whatever enemy we face. If humans are caught in the blast wave, they will not be harmed. Good news, I suppose. I've not slept in 2 days. The more I use the warp device, the stronger the assault on my psychic shield. I need rest.
And Drogon still very much thinking that his warp device is actually the Psychic Scourge and a positive weapon for the Imperium. I guess he hasn't actually been fully possessed by this point. Is still very much going on touting the positive aspects of using warp energy as a good weapon against all these encroaching Xenos. Otherwise, there's not that much left to say at this point in the game. I mean, the overall structure of this area is mildly interesting. It's basically multiple bits of a floating tower being held in place by chaotic warp energy. There's bolts of lightning everywhere. Things are just teleporting in to spew plasma at us. And actually, there's a rather little sneaky audio log waiting up here for us, so we'll just quickly take care of this Chaos Marine and go ahead and pick that up.
The psychic attacks are increasing. I'm hearing things now. A name, a constant whisper in my mind. I must withstand it, because something completely unexpected has happened. Orcs are invading this planet. The timing is perfect. The Psychic Scourge weapon is nearly ready, and millions of orcs will prove the ultimate test subjects. I will save this planet. History will remember this as the moment we turn the tide against the alien threat to our people.
Definitely delusions of grandeur, but I'm sure his heart was in the right place. It's just, the path to hell is paved with good intentions. I'm sure there's some similar saying somewhere in 40k for them. But yeah, he was still very much thinking that he was doing the best he could to support his empire.
Their course is made.
And in reality, he failed miserably. Kudos to you, Drogon. But yeah, there's really, thankfully there's no Chaos Sorcerer to kill for this final little roadblock here. Just need to kill the last few guys. And he's oh Jesus, why aren't you dead? Alright, there we go. And miraculously we ran out of fuel for some inexplicable reason, other than the fact that they just wanted us to stop using the jump pack. Then we'll go ahead and get rid of the Thunder Hammer, due to the fact that we are going to need some ranged weaponry for some of the fights coming up. But most of these weapons kind of suck, so I'm going to keep what I have. And rather unexpectedly, we run into another Chaos Drone, but it's honestly not any sort of an issue. Especially not against the last cannon. That was truly difficult, and now it's time for the final audio log. I'm sure it will be some groundbreaking story.
In Nemeroth's name, I possess this corpse. I possess this Inquisitor. I possess his secrets. The warp device is here. So close. But how can I get to?
Oh my god, did you guys know that Drogon was possessed by demons? I did not know that. That was such an anticlimactic final audio log. But whatever, you may have noticed a small cut there, and that's because the next little bit of fighting can actually catch you off guard with how difficult it can inexplicably be. Just, well, not these guys, but pretty much the final wave will be a lot more than it actually seems. But yeah, some demonic chanting, some scary sounds, and we already really knew that Drogon was possessed, and what was the point in that at all? But that's okay. Only some of the audio logs actually added anything to the story, and the rest were about random workers and trials and tribulations of the Medicare Center, and just kind of pointless. But yeah, we got some pretty enclosed spaces. We got a Chaos Sorcerer, we got 2 Chaos Marines here. Seriously, you can get easily overrun, or if you're in a rush, you can actually just kill the Chaos Sorcerer and the blockage will go away, and you can keep running and just completely ignore this entire fight. But what is the fun of running away when you guys have not seen enough hot chaos action? I mean, the first 3/4 of the game was nothing but, you know, the same looking orcs, and we finally get chaos, except, well, they're only for about the last half hour of the game, so I'm sure you guys want to see more and more chaos, but I'm sure that will be in the not ever going to happen Space Marine 2. And we're actually done with that section. We just have one more long elevator ride up to the very tip top of the spire. It's certainly a long way up, but thankfully they don't make us wait all that time. Everything has changed because of that loading screen. Now there's purple lightning.
There's much blood in my hand. For all those you have killed. For Sidonus, and for the Emperor. I will finish this.
And there's not really many forces in our way at all on the final way to, I guess, what can actually be considered the real final boss.
I am Nemeroth, your herald and champion. I have burned 1,000 worlds in your dark names. You challenged me to recover this fragment of your power, and I have done so. The slaves of the false emperor who dared claim it as their own lie dead at my hand.
And there he is, Nemeroth, in his big purple cloud of destruction. And he said some pretty strong words, and well, I think it's pretty much time to take it to his face.
I return your dark relic to you. I offer up this world and all those upon it. I ask for the reward that was promised.
You want to talk to your gods? I will send you to them.
Admit it, Titus. The power of chaos is within you, calling to this relic. Imagine the Ultramarines dominating this galaxy in glorious conquest, with you at their head. Imagine the power you could wield.
As a slave to chaos, nothing you say could tempt me from the path of honor, or from avenging the deaths of my battle brothers.
Now, when I said that this was more or less the actual final boss fight, I meant it more in the sense of it's a gauntlet more so than an actual boss fight. There is going to be another little bit after this, but really it's, well, we'll see in just a little bit. For right now, though, Nemeroth, with his big open purple portal of death, will be sending in quite a few number of chaos forces, and obviously we can't go through his purple shield of doom because so there you go, because we're obviously not resistant to warp energy. But yeah, this fight, it can either go one of two ways. You can either remember you have fury and never die, or you can get pelted by a shit ton of las cannon and plasma cannon shots and die. I recommend full-heartedly remembering that you have fury and instant kill all these Chaos Marines as quickly as possible, because they will be the most problematic thing in this entire gauntlet. Now we just have another wave of bloodthirsters to go through, not too difficult.
You opened a gateway to the chaos.
Oh, except they have Chaos Sorcerers this time. It's totally different. Now you do want to make sure and take out those Chaos Sorcerers as best and as quickly as you possibly can. Preferably not with the Vengeance Launcher. I think I was bored at this point. Not to say the Vengeance Launcher isn't useful, it's just, if you're not accurate with it, well, you're gonna die. Because they're gonna keep on spawning in Bloodthirsters as long as these Sorcerers are alive, and as you can tell, I'm running into a small bit of a problem, but thankfully got some fury back, and it's time to melt face. If I can aim my axe. But yeah, just quickly take care of him. I said quickly take care of him. There we go. Hooray! Final wave.
Imperial forces will be scoured clean from this world.
And what's the final wave? Well, it's bad. It's very bad. Normally one Chaos Champion with a Demon Maul is bad enough, but two of them while you're getting hounded by bloodthirsters, and when you're completely out of fury is pretty bad. Especially when you get backed up all the way to another powerful purple shield. The only thing you can really do is just try to take down the bloodthirsters as quickly as possible and just whittle away as much as you can at the demon maul guys. But they are now dead.
Your task is hopeless, Titus. I have the will of the Dark God, but you have no one, and you will die here alone. Killing my servants matters little. I am unassailable. The gods of chaos protect me with the very energies of creation.
You forget, Nemeroth. I am no stranger to the touch of the warp.
And with that mighty shove off the spire, it's now time for the final boss. And what better way to end this epic struggle than with a QTE? That's right, the final boss fight is, well, spamming the left mouse button and pressing F and pressing spacebar to dodge. Oh no, he's got us. Gotta spam mouse button too now. Yeah, this is not the best way to end this game. It's I guess it seemed like a good idea at the time, but you know, you're just dancing around with this goofy dinosaur chaos demon guy and you're spamming a mouse button. There's just really not that much to it. There's not really that much thought, and it's just a 4-minute long QTE of the same 3 buttons. But yep, this is it. So I'll let it finish playing out because it's not got too much longer, and then we'll see what the ending of the game holds for us.
Look there, Ultramarine. You have saved this world. I see the Ultramarines are human, after all.
More than you know, Lieutenant.
Inquisition is here.
His injuries appear chaos inflicted. You are certain of this charge?
Captain Titus has been corrupted by Chaos, Inquisitor Thrax.
I am no heretic!
You lie! Only an agent of Chaos could withstand such warp exposure.
I sent the demon to oblivion.
But did you have unholy assistance? We must know. You will submit to my authority, Captain, or the Inquisition must conclude that you have corrupted every Ultramarine under your command, not to mention those who stand at your side.
Ignore his threats. Come on.
The Inquisition will destroy you, Mira, and the Ultramarines will be forever dishonored. Leave my brothers and the Lieutenant alone. I will come with you. I do not know why I can resist the touch of chaos, but I swear I will discover the truth.
We will discover many truths, Space Marine.
Codex Astartes leaves no room for doubt. You cannot touch the warp and emerge unscathed.
The Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as Ultramarines, teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live with those rules is the true test of a Space Marine. And you have failed.
And with that, we now have fully finished Space Marine. Hopefully that answered everyone's questions about 40k. I am Nemeroth still, and I want to thank all my guests that I had over the course of the videos. I'm sorry if I don't remember all of your names, but there were a lot of you. But I do want to say thank you to everyone that accompanied me on this very, very long journey. So, what did we learn from the end of the game? Well, Titus is now going to be experimented on by the Inquisition. The entire Forge world has probably been corrupted by Chaos Energy. The Titan is probably completely fucked up now and forever. And, you know, we were double-crossed by our last living battle brother. So good endings all around. Definitely not a half-hearted cliffhanger to forcefully lead into another Space Marine game. But, you know, that's fine. It was a fun journey for a little while. I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time for whatever I'll be LPing. This Nemeroth saying bye.